I'm Kavita Rajamani from the Custom Development team in Bangalore. In the next few minutes, I will take you through the extension that I have created to visualize data in Lumira. Today, there are lots of chart templates to visualize huge volumes of data collected over years and months. But when it comes to visualizing data spread over a 24-hour period in a day, these templates kind of fall short. While line charts and bar charts are the usual choice to display hourly data, they kind of do not represent the continuity of a 24-hour cycle. Hence, here is an attempt to create my own extension to visualize hourly data. To demonstrate my extension, I have considered an interesting topic of energy consumption. While conservation of energy is of utmost importance in today's context, the first step towards this is to understand how much of energy do we really consume. So let's get started. Let's load a data set which says how much of energy is consumed on an hourly basis in an average urban household. Yeah. So if you see, this data set says at 1 o'clock, on an average, 354 watts of energy is being used. And by 7 o'clock, it kind of increases to 744 watts and so on. So let's visually see how this data is going to look like. Now, this is a typical bar, but to represent this data in a circular fashion, I'm going to use my extension that I have created called hourly data. Okay, the time is a dimension that goes in here, and the watts consumed per hour is the measure that is going to be shown. Wow, this looks interesting. This is more closer to, how I view time data, time dimension basically. So from this visualization, it's not a very interesting insight that, consumption of energy peaks at around 8 o'clock in the morning while people are leaving to work, or at 6 o'clock or 7 in the evening when people are back from work. But what's interesting to see here is that while I'm asleep as well, there is a constant amount of energy that's being consumed. That's interesting to see the numbers there. Yeah. If you notice, that's the refrigerators and the air conditioners that run in our house 24 hours. So the first step towards awareness is to even know that, while my lights and fans are not switched on, still, there's a lot of energy that's still being consumed in my house. Yeah, on an average, it's 350 watts, even during the time that I'm asleep. So, understanding this is pretty important because maybe the next time I go to buy any appliance, I will keep this in mind and kind of look for the energy saving ones. Now, coming to the data point of how much of energy on an average do these appliances consume? So to represent this, let's look into another data set. Let's open a new one. So which says how much energy is on an average consumed by the appliances, common appliances that we use. So here is a list of all the appliances that we commonly use: the AC, the dishwasher, the microwave, and so on, and the watts that they consume. And to demonstrate this, I have created a very nice extension again. Okay, so where the appliances is the dimension that I want to see, and the watts that they consume is a measure. So this throws up an interesting spiral visualization. So the whole idea is to make it look more colorful and not throw in a lot of spikes and legends and numbers. So the idea behind this visualization is that the appliances that consume the most energy are in the outer space that you see here. So you can see that my AC consumes 5000 watts if it runs the whole day. Or while my waste disposal that I've attached to my sink consumes 450 watts. Or a 25-inch color TV consumes 150 watts. So This extension is a slight variation to the bubble chart because I have not seen a spiral representation so far, so I thought that would be interesting to represent. While the size of the bubbles represent the extent of the size of the data basically, and the more it spirals out, it says it goes in the ascending order basically. Yeah. So that was it from my side. Thanks a lot.